Last week, the final two Bomber newbies joined their seasoned teammates on the field when Team Easton took on Team Mizuno in Mork from Ork's very own adoptive hometown of Denver, Colorado.
So you've got a rookie teammate here with 9 home runs. What do you think?
I told you he'd do good. You asked me before we went out how I thought he'd do, and I said he'd do well, and he sure did. You put up, 9 home runs every weekend in this thing, you will be in the finals guaranteed.
Nanu, Team Easton. That display of pure awesome bombing power put the Easton boys on top with 20 home runs. But unfortunately for them, their reign won't last long. As we now turn our attention to AT&T Park in San Francisco, California, where Team Miken and Team Elite are gearing up for a rematch.
Jeff, you ready for a rematch today?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, we got the same group of guys here, so I think they got us by about 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 14 home runs last time. I really don't know, to tell you the truth.
Denny, last time you had 10 home runs. How many do you want to hit today?
I'd like to stay with 10. If I can average that the whole year, then I think that'd be a good number.
Do you think that your team is going to win again?
I like our odds after our last showing. Those guys will talk a lot and try to convince you that they're going to win, but we'll see what happens when we get out there and swing.
They've been talking a lot today. I'm not going to lie to you.
There's no lack of words coming out of their mouths. So.
We just got to come out and just spank them today.
Spank them. Spank them.
We got to at least beat them by 8. So Halsey putting up 15 and me putting up 15.
Word was out in Bombing Softball Monthly that the rematch was going to be one for the books, and crowds flocked. Even the San Francisco Giants came out to watch the Bombers show them a thing or two about bats and balls.
So have you seen the show before?
Yes, we have. We've seen it last year and the year before that. So last 2 seasons we watched them.
Oh, then are you excited to see this derby?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is exciting stuff.
Can Team Miken keep up their high bombing numbers? Will Team Elite put their money where their mouth is? Why is there one real seal and one fake seal? Are you a fan of rhetorical questions? Let's find out. First up was Tampa's champ, Team Miken's own Denny Crine. And there was no sophomore slump in the cards for this guy. Denny managed to crank out a whopping 12 out of 15 bombs, aiming many of them at that ginormous Coke bottle up there. My goodness, that thing is making me freaking thirsty.
12 home runs. How do you feel right now?
I feel good. As long as I can keep putting up consistent numbers, then should fare well in the end.
And you beat your last score. You had 11 last time, 12 this time.
Yeah, it's I like hitting here. It's nice overcast day, a little cool, so the ball's really flying here. So.
Next was Team Elite's BJ Folk, out to improve on his rough start in Tampa, where he hit only 4 home runs out of the possible 15. And improve he did. BJ hopped back into the saddle and took home 11 bombs. BJ was on such a tear that a few softballs even headed out into the bay, which, when you think about it, may be entertaining to watch, but is really bad for our natural resources.
How many did you hit out in the bay today?
I don't even know. I would have to ask somebody.
There were at least 3 or 4 out there.
Yeah, I was wanting all 15, so I guess I'll stay with 3.
Well, you had a total of 11 out of 15. I'd say that's pretty good. How do you feel about your overall play today?
11's good because I had to make up for 4, so I'll have to hit 11 the next 2 or 3 events just to get back where everybody else is, so hopefully I can.
Up third was new fella Gino Buck, who perhaps was as distracted by that beautiful and delicious-looking Coke bottle as I am, taking home only 6 bombs for Team Miken.
I struggled. I let my partner down. He had a good round, and I should have followed it up too, but just wasn't cutting it right tonight. Cutting it too much.
Cutting it too much? What do you mean?
Spinning the ball too much, and it was just catching the wind and hanging a little high for me.
Last but not least, Jeff Hall walked to the plate. Jeff had to hit 8 bombs to defeat Team Miken and hopefully in the process regain some dignity and self-respect to the veterans of Team Elite. So he hit 11. 1, 2, 3. You get the point.
All right, Jeff Hall, 11 home runs today. How'd you feel about that?
Well, it felt good. Like I told you before, I was wanting to hit the furthest one, and the crowd got into it. And I didn't hit one up there at the Coke sign, but we got a couple up there that made the Giants guys get up and hoop and holler. So that's what it's all about. I've said it weekend in, weekend out. They love to see you hit that long ball, and that's what we did.
Team Elite coming out with a win today. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, we needed it. And, you know, if this is on TV, I got to send out a special thanks to my group of, I coach a 6, 7, and 8-year-old group. And we won the regular season. We went undefeated. We just lost the other night in a tournament. So all my kids watch this show. So Raiders, that was for you, Raiders, right there, buddy.
A gentler, softer side to the man we know as Jeff Hall. He wears his victory well.
Man, that's impressive. That was real impressive. Those guys are huge, though. Like, they'd be big playing with us, you know what I mean?
Did you hear that, America? What kind of man must it take for a giant to call him huge? A long-haul bombing kind of man is the answer.